Driving growth and scalability, at least at Valet Living, is different, right? For a lot of companies, kind of growing at 2%, 5%, 8% is kind of growth, right? It's a big deal. That's not acceptable at Valet Living. We're in true land grabbing mode. We have so many opportunities before us. So growth is 20, 30, 40% for us. So I would say that in my mind, the biggest challenge for our associates is recognizing that it sometimes feels uncomfortable, right? Because we're gonna change. We're gonna be different next week, January 1st, March, April, May, next year. We're gonna be different all the time.
It means being able to organically grow a business at 20+% a year, having the right systems, the right processes, the right technology in place so that we can grow from where we are today to being a 3, 4, 500 million, billion-dollar business in the future, right? We don't want to continually be replacing things. We want to put things in place that are scalable for the future.
I think of growth and scalability as the front of the equation, but also the product. So it can be an ingredient and the product. And in this business, it's both, right? Because we're innovative and we're bringing things to market and we're the entrepreneurials, it's who we are. We like to grow and we like to scale, and we're really good at it. But that also allows us to attract the people that are driven by the same growth and scalability. And because we attract those people, guess what they deliver? The product is growth and scalability. So it's like this self-fulfilling prophecy, or this big loop that closes itself, that because that's who we are, it's in our culture, we attract those people and they deliver the same thing.
Scalability is, to me, it's that you're building those repeatable and effective processes that you can take a service that we bring out or offer to a client that's solving their problems, and then being able to expand that problem solving capability across the country. And then obviously that creates a much more dynamic business than just being in one property with one service.
That we all have to be willing to take on challenges and change, and do things perhaps a little bit differently, because if we don't grow, then we can't garner the resources to invest in our people and invest in our business. So it's almost like this wonderful kind of circle, if you will, in which if we don't reap the benefits of a growth organization, we won't have the resources to devote to being better tomorrow and attracting and retaining talent. And so, all of these leadership standards, they just work hand in hand to make Valet Living what it is.
Growth comes from innovation. It doesn't come from stagnation. And so if you're not willing to empower your people to innovate and come up with the next new on what we're going to become, you'll always be only as smart as the people that are leading the organization. And what we need to continue to develop, we're not there yet, is to have a bottoms-up leadership mentality, which ultimately is mission critical to servant leadership, right? Because if everybody is invested in the growth and the innovation of the business and embraces transformational change, because that's what we're doing. We're creating a future where currently there's no evidence that it exists, right? We're changing the way multifamily residents live their lives, and ultimately that'll scale into single family at some point, because the services we are offering now are so attractive that you're not going to want to just dismiss them when you move out of an apartment. You can't get to places like that without innovation.